Joining us now is Oji Okpe with stories trending around the world. Hello, Oji.
Good morning, Dr. Abata.
Starting a bit late.
As always, well, there's always some sort of mismanagement of time somehow. Second time this week, right?
Under the new regime.
Under the new regime. It's not a new regime, it's an old regime that is retired. How are you? Good morning.
Old regime that is retired.
Good morning, Ayo. Rufai on fire. Stop shaking the table.
I said, this table.
Mo wakpa.
There's an allegation by Ayo.
Don't worry about it. Let's move on. Don't worry about that allegation. As long as I live in Lagos State, I will continue to speak Yoruba. Why not? Well, all right. Well, good morning to you, viewers. Let's begin what's trending. The Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority on Monday summoned the acting station manager of Kenyan Airways over a viral video showing an altercation between a Kenyan Airways staff and a Nigerian passenger identified as Omishore. Omishore was flying from Manchester to Lagos with a connection through Paris to Nairobi, but was denied boarding in Nairobi on the second leg of the same ticket. Kenyan Airways said she was denied boarding because they discovered that she did not have a Schengen visa for France, which is a requirement to enter any European nation. Well, let's take a look at the video before we come back for a discussion.
You will provide a sanitary towel. You will provide. You won't take. You come and take my phone. Touch my phone, then you will see. Touch my phone. You touch my phone.
You're not going to fly up in the air again. You're not going to fly up in the air.
Okay, you will see now.
You can never get out.
I will not check it out. Thank God. I'm speaking to the Minister of Finance of Nigeria. You will see.
Call the president.
Then,
call the president of Nigeria.
Okay, let's go on.
Call your president.
Yes, we're waiting. Oh yeah, now.
Call your president.
See, you
call the president.
You continue. Continue.
Yes,
you will see. Continue. I want a hotel. I need sanitary towels.
I'm going to give you anything.
You will give me food tonight. Yes, okay.
Oh yeah, now. You give me anything.
Very wicked set of people. 17 hours layover. 17 hours. Act of wickedness. I have blood clot issues.
Call your president.
Oh yeah,
call your president.
I think that actual statement infuriated a lot of Nigerians, but there's all the conversation about whether or not Kenyan Airways, has this long history of maltreating Nigerians. But this was such an unfortunate incident because, as you could hear the woman there, she, appeared to be in her rights. She was saying that she came in with her passport and she had, you call it a BRP, and she was able to go through security, but they had to deny her the boarding. But it's about decorum and respect at the end of the day. I don't think there was any need for this sort of altercation, even with the Kenyan Airways staff. But for Kenyan Airways, they were saying that the woman also even threw a sanitary pad or something like that at them and was three sanitary pads. I mean, what is that? If that really happened, what is this?
What she said was that she told them that she was bleeding, and you can hear that in the video.
Yes.
And they told her that she should show them proof. That rather than put you on because Mr. Achimogo's statement explained that rather than put you on the desk, that maybe she flung it at them. So that's so because initially it would seem ludicrous. That why would you just remove and just throw at them as if it was an insult? Even the fact that they asked her for proof to show proof that she was on her menstrual cycle is an insult.
Why would you ask?
Exactly. So
if that's
maybe in anger or in annoyance, how when you're upset you just fling something rather than give it to them. That's what happened.
Yes.
But they did, according to the statement by Mr. Achimogo, they asked for proof that she was, because she mentioned it there that I'm bleeding and this and that, and they said she should show proof that that was what's possible.
But this is her side of the story. There's an investigation ongoing right now. We need to hear the other side of the story because as you can see, it appears that the staff there was very upset. I wonder what else she could have done besides throwing that sanitary pad at her. It calls for serious and severe investigation. But Dr. Batin, what are your thoughts before I go to this story?
Very quickly. One, Mr. Achimogo, who is in charge of, speaking for the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, is quoting Part 19 of the NCAA regulations of 2023, which is that airlines have a duty of care. When passengers are in your care, you have an obligation to look after them. That is basic. And they had a meeting yesterday between this lady, Mrs. Gloria Omishuri, and the station manager of the Kenyan Airways in Nigeria. We do not have the full report yet. But what is out there in the public domain is that the Kenyan Airways station manager is saying that the lady threw used sanitary pads at their officials out of anger, and that they consider her behavior inappropriate. And that second, she did not have a Schengen visa. That to transit from Nairobi to our next destination, Paris,
yes,
before going to Manchester. I wonder why somebody wants to go to Manchester. You have to do that merry-go-round.
That's how we suffer in Nigeria as well. I mean, it's a cheap ticket, I'm sure.
You could just buy a ticket, go to London, find your way to Manchester.
It's more expensive.
They even have an airport in Manchester. But that's another story entirely.
Well, that's a problem.
And you know, that she didn't have Schengen visa. Now, on the other hand, the lady is alleging that she was treated most shabbily.
Yes.
And you could see that in the video. Layover for 17 hours, no accommodation, no attempt to attend to her, nothing to do to assist her. And then you have that rude,
yes,
flight official. And this is the thing that most flight, what do they call them? Attendants don't understand about custom.
Yes.
I mean, the customer is always right.
Always right.
You need to treat the customer right. And they are rude, they can be uncouth, they can annoy you. But the lady, in fact, the part of it that I don't like, she's saying you will get nothing. You cannot do anything. Go and report to your president.
That's what
the small flight attendant is sending a passenger to a president of Nigeria.
President wearing a Kenyan Airways outfit.
Kenyan Airways should look into that.
Absolutely.
And make sure that persons like this do not deserve to attend to anybody, whether they are Nigerians or they are Ethiopians.
Yes.
Abusing president because of you are processing a flight.
A flight ticket.
No, that's a bit rude.
Absolutely. Like I said, there needs to be decorum, even within the passengers. We've seen a lot of unruly passengers though, but at the same time there was no need for that sort of altercation. We'll follow up on the story. Rufai, in the same vein.
This is hands down one of the best ways of starting an online business. I am, of course, talking about GoDaddy Aero. All I have to...
Nigerian passenger Yetunde Green, who was flying from Lagos to London on Airpeace, took it upon herself to make a video berating the airline services because she was asked to pay for excess luggage. Yetunde was said to have smuggled her excess luggage through a hand carry-on, but was caught and was made to pay. Well, here is the video of Yetunde warning Nigerians not to fly Airpeace and promising to destroy the airline by making the video go viral. Look.
Can you hear it? Airpeace. Shasha Tingo, pay Airpeace. Very good. And if I warn you, Emma war, Emma ever will I. One, entertainment won't cooking share. Two, gbogbo àwọn staff wọn rude bí wèrè báyìí. Three, tí o bá ti lè gbé ẹrù báyìí tó bá kọjá 1 kg 31,500 non-charge fún every 1 kg tó bá fi kọjá ẹ̀. Ìwọ tó bá gbé bíi 5 kg kọjá ẹ̀ wọ́n máa charge ẹ̀ níbi 155,000. Tí wọ́n bá ṣe yẹn tán tó bá tún wá fẹ́ wọlé níbi tá a ti máa lọ board plane wọ́n á tún wá gba ẹrù kékeré tó wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yẹn wọ́n á tún fẹ́ wé ẹ̀ tó bá tún wé ẹ̀ tó bá kọjá wọ́n á tún ní kó wá sanwó wọ́n kàn ń rip àwọn èèyàn off right left and center ní entertainment ò dẹ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ nínú ẹ̀ mi ò ríru flight bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn rí láyé mi àwọn staff yẹn wọ́n wá rude bí wèrè wọ́n rude ẹ̀yin náà ṣáà rí pé airport ni mo wá ìwò ṣètì ríran mo mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ ń ṣe ni kí gbogbo Nigerians kan lè kó èmi ti sọ fún wọn pé mo máa ṣe ń dẹ̀rù wọ́n ń wò mí báyìí wọ́n rí mi yes ìwọ tó ní Airpeace yes you are a liar you lie to Nigerians that is the best start taking it and all that but by the end of the day you are a rip off ń ṣe lè rip àwọn èèyàn off wọ́n lọ ń ṣe oúnjẹ òkèlè orí burúkú oúnjẹ yẹn ẹ̀wò kò jù báyìí tó ń tóló wọ́n á gbé síwájú yín wọ́n á náà ti ṣe oúnjẹ ṣé yẹn lẹ́fẹ̀ẹ́ torí ẹ̀ lọ para yín.
This is unfortunate again. That's the word that I'll use to describe it. I mean, that is an actual lie. In fact, because I actually flew Airpeace just a few weeks ago. I mean, yes, frequent flyer, and that food that they give on Airpeace has been touted as the best in Nigeria. I mean, in aviation history, really. So I don't know what she's talking about with regards to the food, really. But this is such an unfortunate situation. Nigerians have been seen to do these sort of videos, berating their own. We don't see them doing this on foreign airlines because, I believe that Air Peace also released a statement saying that, they don't want to discourage their passengers from under-declaring their luggage, that they do this because of safety, and that the weight of the luggage will lead to unsafe operations. This woman refused to declare her. They tell you on your tickets, you see it. Go to the airport and bring the required luggage allowance. Why go and carry excess luggage? And when they ask you to pay, then you begin to berate the airlines.
So you see, you always have passengers that do this because it's about beating the system. Some people think they can beat the system.
Yeah.
I'll never forget one day I was flying another airline where there was excess luggage, and the person boarding us on as we were about to enter the airline, this one was not even at the gate, we had already entered the plane, said, no, we are going to take the luggage from you and we are going to check it in because we cannot put it on the carry-on part of this plane. It also happened to me, I was just carrying a carry-on bag. I was flying an internal flight, American Airlines, within America, and they said, we had already gotten a specific weight, we cannot carry it any longer.
Yes.
And they checked it in. So these are international conventions because the weight there too is for balancing the weight of the plane.
Of course.
And you must respect that fact. The second part as regards the food, I'm not sure if she's talking about airpiece.
She said
because the airpiece that I enter,
that I know.
and everybody has flown airpiece. Everybody talks about the food. Is it the lovely jollof rice and chicken? They even give you suya.
Yes.
In the air, so you have options.
Yes.
You have is it the goat meat pepper soup? Is it the salad and the jollof rice and the sebo? And you get so. In fact, all of us started that as having an indigenous flair, which we want.
Yes.
Thirdly, when people have complaints, what are the dispute resolution mechanism? Number one, and I'm talking as regards the case of Kenyan Airways. At first, the person that are hosting the customers must always know that the customer is always right. Secondly, you must find a way to resolve things because this is an indictment of customer training of this Kenyan official. Because your first training in customer service is you must not allow it escalate into a brawl. So what you will have done is taking the woman into a private room, not to allow it, and try to calm the woman down. That's the first training you are giving. So this was a bad representation on Kenyan Airlines. And I'm happy that Chimogu has stepped in.
Yes.
Also, please, customers, I know sometimes you want to think you want to trick the airline and not, to be able to get your way. Please, also remember that the airline is a going concern, is a business. Air Peace is our own. We must support it and we must give it an endorsement.
Yes.
Because this was the same Air Peace that we praised when Nigerians were stuck abroad and they came to the rescue.
Yes.
So continue your good work, Air Peace. There are parts you can work on also, but we must all try to support the airline.
Yeah,
let's not say things out of hand.
Right. I don't know if you saw that video by Ade Tomu responding to this by a particular woman. Did you actually watch that video? And she did an amazing job in talking about how Nigerians should continue to patronize their own. If Air Peace goes out of business, Nigerians will lose a lot, really. What is the purpose of you are in the wrong to start with. This woman, Yetunde Green, you lied about your weight, and then now you are coming out to try to talk bad about your own Nigerian airline.
Okay, so this is a platform that social media gives.
Yes.
When you are aggrieved, and it's worked well in some instances, like the Kenyan, where you're able to express yourself even before going through the channels of dispute. But the truth is that you rightly said it, and I think it speaks to a bigger issue that we have as Nigerians, whereby sometimes we elevate foreign products above ours. If you flown, and with no disrespect or shade to other airlines, I know some national carriers, international, European to be specific, that whose services are abysmal, to say the least. And we manage it and we fly just for the status symbol.
And we never put
it down, we never see anything. Have you eaten food from, the airline that flies to the European country that a lot of people blow? Every single airline operator has its own teething problem, has their own, unique service offering, and Air Peace has its own. Like before you mentioned, it's not perfect, it's new. But one thing we consistently praised Air Peace for is that in the short time it's been in in operation, it's been able to compete favorably with all these other airlines. We need to take a bit more pride in our own. There needs to be a sense of Nigerian pride. How many times do you see other people, other nationals, flout or just disgrace or bring down their product? We need to do that a bit more. I'm not going to, say that I'm not going to invalidate her experience. Her experience is her experience. What I'm saying is that let us give more grace to our own products. We are very critical of Nigerian brands. We already touch it, with a very long scope. Oh, it's bad, it's bad, it's bad. There's a status level with flying others, but we need to bring a bit more sense of pride. Nobody will promote our own for us. Nobody else will do that.
And I'll tell you, I'm a frequent flyer.
My husband has flown Air Peace
I have my tickets and all of the rules and regulations about baggage and ticket pricing.
Food is very good. The staff is very well trained and very good. From personal experience as well.
Nigerians, we must patronize our owners always. Well, we'll take another story now. Following reports alleging that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is backing the reinstatement of Mudashiru Abasa as Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, a video has emerged showing the heartwarming moment members of the Lagos State House of Assembly received Mojisola Miranda after she was reconfirmed as the first female Speaker of the House. Let's take a look.
For Madam Speaker! Now you are welcome to office.
All my associates, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'm speechless and I'm thank you so very much for your love and support. I really do appreciate, and I promise you I will never take it for granted. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, well, I hope this has doused those rumors. I mean, she definitely has been reconfirmed again as Speaker, the first female Speaker. I mean, we did take that. First female Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly. Congratulations to her. Actually, the event took place in Alausa yesterday. Well, all right, we'll take another story now. Well, let's head over to Kaduna State now, where the government has allocated 2.5 billion naira for mass wedding events quarterly across its 44 local government areas. Well, according to the state's commissioner for planning and budget, the initiative aims to promote responsibility, openness, and human rights, as well as improve the lives of its citizens. The government said it plans to spend 91.32 billion naira on governance and services, with the mass wedding included. The proposal has sparked a flurry of reactions on social media. We don't have time to read the reactions, but isn't it the same Kano that they have Hisba? Is it Hisba that they have? They're talking about human rights and all of that. Isn't it the same Kano that has insecurity? They're talking about what is the obsession really with these mass wedding events that they have to budget 2 billion naira for this. But let's just take the story in Kaduna State now, where Governor Uba Sani has ordered the immediate release of the sum of 548 million naira to the Nigerian Union of Teachers Endwell scheme, which was withheld by the administration of Governor Nasiru El-Rufai. Uba Sani's intervention, according to the acting executive chairman of the Kaduna State Universal Basic Education Board, has now resolved the long-standing industrial dispute between the union and that of the Kaduna State Government. I mean, this man has been hailed as the Governor of Peace. This is Mr. amazing. Peace. Mr. Peace. We are seeing in one breath in Kaduna State, people are empowering marriage. Yeah. And now, I mean, this is what we should see. This sort of initiative is really what we should see our state governments doing. Absolutely. Well, also in Abia State, the state government has announced plans to make the Igbo language a compulsory subject in schools in order to protect the language from extinction. The deputy governor of the state made the announcement during a competition organized by the Catholic Diocese of Aba. He expressed concern that English has replaced Igbo in many homes, warning that the language could disappear if not preserved. He blamed some Igbo parents for not speaking the language at home. This is another commendable initiative. Really, I love this actual initiative. I mean, I thought I did learn Igbo in school.
Exactly.
I did in school. So I'm glad that it's now really compulsory.
Yeah.
Before we end what's trending, let's highlight this heartwarming moment. Students of Aba College of Technology in Lagos surprised their lecturer, Olufushoye Michael, with gifts on his birthday in appreciation of his dedication and impact on the students in our Good News Report.
Shut the vote.
For the reward of teachers right here on earth. Dr. Abate, a quick wrap up of the story.
Congratulations to Dr. Olufushoye.
Yes.
To be appreciated by your students.
Yes.
It's a thing of honor.
Absolutely.
And that is remarkable.
Yes.
In Kano State, is that not the same state where they were distributing goods?
Yes.
Under a livestock program.
Now we are seeing
and now we are having mass wedding on a quarterly basis that will cost over 2 billion.
Absolutely.
A misplacement of priority.
Absolutely.
I think also about 1 billion has been earmarked for Ramadan meeting.
Unbelievable.
I don't know what they are doing in Kano.
Well, all right.
So Lagos State, well, it's still a developing story.
Well, all right.
But it's good to see female inclusion as one of the things being
well, all right. I'd like to thank you all.